This is the Tree of Life, Season 19, Chapter 4. In this episode, we will be reintroducing one of the forms of the esoteric gates, described in the book, The Complete Series, The Room. To start out, in the Complete Series, we discussed how there are certain forms of archetypal technology, which form the bedrock of our collective experience. These are the objects, which have such social-emotional importance, that the whole of human civilization from culture to culture is oriented around them. In that book, we described the room, or the hut, or the cave, or the building as one such analogous esoteric object. This object in particular is important because it represents a limited space of subjectivity, a location where awareness has a finite limit, to which all the people residing inside are restricted. Awareness is the key word here. For we saw that outside our awareness, all information and impulses are stored within digital structures. Whilst, at the edge of our awareness, those digital structures are transformed into analog ones. Thus, the intentional direction of our awareness, through alteration of the plates via our movements, maintains a circle, or event horizon of reverse substitution. This event horizon of reverse substitution represents the second form of reverse substitution event described in Season 18, Chapter 9, because it flips a structure within the digital stream from digital to analog while at the same time eliminating negational valence within the stream by virtue of the transformation. Thus, since rooms create a finite limit to our awareness, the door, which is another esoteric gate, as that limit, describes the spatial coordinates of that second type of reverse substitution event. As you move closer to the door, or gate, of a room, building, or any such structure, your awareness flows into that finite location. In the first moment that it enters through the gateway, the reverse substitution event centered around that doorway or gate transforms a negational valence digital stream to an affirmational valence digital stream. Thus, in the moment that your awareness penetrates that gate, the digital stream becomes atomized and flows from vessel to vessel. Thus, within the boundaries of that room or building, to the extent it traps that awareness, your consciousness remains within the bounds of a reverse substitution event, whilst also moving from vessel to vessel. The event horizon becomes outlined by the structure itself. Now, this also tells us something about the nature of those streams represented by before and after the reverse substitution event. At the edge of your awareness, there is also a bifurcation of perception, because there is a transitionary period. During these transitionary periods, it is possible to perceive both the narrative represented by the digital stream, when it's negational, and that when it's affirmational. The first negational valence stream will relate to some internal narrative, the particular self-representation, and objects of consciousness described by that negational valence. The second stream will be the affirmational stream, which is referentially self-conscious, arising out of the flowing of others' consciousness through your mind. But interestingly, this form of reverse substitution event can be reversed sequentially as well, reverting the digital stream from an affirmational valence to a negational valence stream, which is no longer atomized. This can be done by virtue of the fact that digital structures describe exclusive word associations. These word associations either within a string or atomized preserve and are preserved by the conformations of those structures. Thus, if a reverse substitution event precedes a substitution event sequentially, then the originating reverse substitution event can be recreated by nesting of a reverse substitution within the sequential substitution event. This is typically done by creating an association, which replicates the arrangement of structures produced after the reverse substitution event. That's the end of the podcast for today.